Welcome back to Race Central TV, and boy, are we having a good time, and boy, are we happy that you're joining us on this edition. One of our partners with Race Central TV and Race Central Radio is BigWestRacing.com, and it's one of my favorite websites to go and visit and find out what's going on, not just here on the Front Range, but especially a lot of the comments from people that come around the country. I think that Joe has developed one of those sites where, kind of like Tony Stewart, people just say what's on their mind. But Joe, welcome to the show, and happy holidays to you.
Thanks, Kurt. Thanks for having me down here.
Yeah, that's one of the things I really enjoy about you. People, it could be Big West Racing Unplugged, I think is.
Well, we do try and put some limits on what they can say and what they do. We try to keep the comments positive, but yeah. Some of those positive comments can roll over on you a little bit.
Racing's all about, man, is bench racing.
Difference of opinions. You know, everybody can see the same event, and two different people have two different opinions on what really happened.
And ask any of the drivers in NASCAR any weekend, they probably could back that up. But Joe Starr from BigWestRacing.com is joining us. You got quite a list here, and I wanted to kind of do a wrap up of some of the new faces in Colorado and Front Range Motorsports. I asked Joe to put together a short list, and of course, as being as thorough as Joe is, he brings me a dictionary here, but let's touch on it real quick. Just driver, what they drove, and maybe what they accomplished in 2007 here in the Rocky Mountains.
Of course, we've got a lot of young new drivers in the Rocky Mountain Legend Racing Series. One of which, Tyler Kissinger. He was the champion at Colorado National Speedway, Rookie of the Year, 15 years old, high school student right here in Denver. Jace Hansen from Greeley, Colorado. He was second in the Front Range points, lost out 2 points to veteran driver Terry Plummer. Jace just turned 16 just a couple of days ago. Jace is also driving a Grand American Modified twice at Colorado National Speedway. Second place finish and a first place finish. We're going to see a lot more of Jace Hansen. We're also going to see a lot more of Tyler Kissinger. He's got a late model. He's going to concentrate on the late models at Colorado National Speedway this year. Another one of the youngsters coming out of Legend Cars is Chris Eggleston. Chris has just graduated from high school this last June, and he's a former champion in the Legend Cars at Colorado National Speedway. He ran late models at Colorado National Speedway, broke into the win column this year. He also is trying to run ASA nationally.
Now, I'm glad you brought that up, because Chris has been a guest on this program. It seems like, all the drivers are fighting for money. Sponsorship's a difficult issue. But this seems to be a young man that not only seems to have, I don't want to say that side mastered, but it seems like he's got some backing. But this guy's a tremendous young talent.
He is. He's well-spoken. He's a freshman at Colorado State University right now. He's majoring in mechanical engineering, and he's also going to, his fifth year is going to be motorsports. Now, I'm not sure what the program is up at Colorado State University, but they do have a motorsports program up there, and believe me, Chris Eggleston will be in it.
Okay, who else we got?
Well, also in the late models, we mentioned the late models with Chris Eggleston. Somebody we should not forget is Darren Robertson. Darren Robertson's been around about 3 or 4 years, and all of a sudden, people are forgetting that he's only 20 or 21 years old.
Right.
Jerry Robertson's son, Odie Robertson's grandson. He jumped into the win column, had the most feature wins at Colorado National Speedway in the late model division this year. He's a force to be reckoned with anytime he goes out on the racetrack. He also ran a few ASA races this year when he went out of town with Chris Eggleston. In the truck division, Dustin Corder, who was he's been a guest on this program before also. Dustin was Rookie of the Year. He came out of karting right out here at the Centennial Kart track. Dustin broke into the win column. He's also got a late model race at Colorado National Speedway. Also, Adam Hilton, Chris Cox, a couple of youngsters that came out of off the dirt track and run with the BST. Both of them jumped into the truck division this year, and both did a remarkable job. A lot of comments on my website, BigWestRacing.com, about what the results were going to be having Adam and Chris in the division. And I got to tell you, Adam and Chris did a fine job.
They raced pretty darn clean, they did this year.
They did a tremendous job. In the Superstock division up at Colorado National Speedway, we had Shane Rydell, a youngster, his first year of racing. Him and Corey Greer battled for the Rookie of the Year at Colorado National Speedway right up to the last race. Of course, Corey is Doug Greer's son. He's got his first year of racing, and he jumped into what we considered an old, used-up car, and he came through and won the Rookie of the Year championship up there. We also have over in the dirt at I-76, we have Jeremy Frenier. Now, he's been racing 3 or 4 years. He was the BST champion. He's just a youngster, I believe only 20 years old. In addition, we have the two brothers, Matt and Will Brack, who are outstanding young drivers. One
Always
of them,
run up front, too.
I believe Will Brack may still be in high school. Matt is just out of high school, not very far. We also have Arvet Excavating's The Dream Team, which is Dominic Ursetta and Ed Bellick Jr. Now, Ed Bellick Jr. was the champion at the I-76 Speedway this year. Both of these young men are going to move into late models occasionally at Colorado National Speedway this year.
Are you done with that list?
Oh, no, I've got
I want to ask you a question here, Joe. what about some of the, I don't want to say old timers, but the Avants, the Yankees? I mean, what's going on with these guys? Where are they going to be next year? I know that that from what I've heard anyway, the Iceman might be doing a little bit of a developmental deal or something. But talk to us about some of the guys that have been here for a long time.
Well, we do have some people. Roger Avants, 5-time champion at Colorado National Speedway, 6-time NASCAR track champion. He also had a championship down in Colorado Springs. As far as I know, Roger's going to be back, and he'll be out there. He'll be as tough as ever. He finished second in the points at Colorado National Speedway this year. Bruce Yackey has indicated that he may not race full time, but he may go out and run with some of the ASA program. Bruce, again, Mr. Consistency, has 3 or 4 championships at Colorado National Speedway, a couple of regional champions with a NASCAR deal. You know, I look for all those guys to be back.
Jerry Robertson, what's going to happen with Jerry in 08?
Jerry Robertson is the team owner and the crew chief, basically, for Darren Robertson. Now, if someone was to come up with some sponsorship money, it'd be great to see Jerry get back in the car at Colorado National. But I don't know whether that's going to happen, because I don't know whether he wants to compete with his own son. They are looking to try to maybe get Darren out on the Grand National Tour. You know, the NASCAR regional touring series. Again, it's a money situation whether they're going to be able to do that or not.
Joe Starr from BigWestRacing.com. You need to say Colorado National Speedway a little bit more, your favorite home track. But Joe Starr, BigWestRacing.com. You're watching Race Central TV.